Hey y'all, so welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. And if you're not, what are you doing? Subscribe, y'all. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now and hit the bell to get notified whenever I update. So, as you can see in the title, I'm going to be doing an AITA, which is a am I the asshole type of question. So, we're going to just get right into it. I'm probably going to read about like 1 or 2 topics. And then you guys can also discuss in the comments, what do you think about it? If you have a different opinion from me, if you agree with me, what are your opinions, your thoughts? So definitely leave that in the comments below after I'm finished and you've heard the entire thing. So the first one says, let me just bring my computer over here so that it's not as like, I'm just not looking at you at all. But am I the asshole for refusing to have anything to do with my sister's wedding because of who her fiance was as a teenager? Okay, so I'll keep this as short as I can. My 28 male twin sister. What? Okay, he's 20. I'm talking about something. My 28 male twin sister. Okay, he's 28. He's a male. His twin sister, 28 female. Okay, it's the way that they put the brackets and everything. Recently got engaged to a guy. He's 30. Who I'll call Terry. In secondary school, Terry was a year above us, and he and his friends bullied me relentlessly. I'll spare you the finer details, but I'm talking caused me lifelong psychological issues type of shit. Granted, it was never physical, but it was a daily onslaught of, I started putting my own words in there, a daily onslaught of psychological and verbal abuse to the point where I bunked off probably half a year's 9 and 10 just so I could avoid it. I'm not a hateful or spiteful person, but I absolutely despise Terry for how he treated me when we were kids. I was hurt when my sister started dating him 2 years ago, but I tolerate being around him when I absolutely have to for the sake of keeping the peace. However, I will not be attending their wedding or having anything at all to do with it. Why would I want to go to an event which is effectively celebrating the guy who absolutely lavished and tormented me for almost 6 years of my life? My sister is not happy about this. She says I'm being a selfish and petty asshole who won't accept that people can change, though Terry has shown no indication of remorse for his behavior and has even tried to bring some things he did up, like they were fun little jokes I was in on. Our dad is on my sister's side, and she has been giving me a really hard time about it. Though our grandparents are a little more sympathetic to me. Am I being an asshole here? Should I just get over it and suck it up for my sister's sake? You know what I should say? Why did your sister even, now you can agree with me or you probably won't, but why did your sister, like out of all the men in the world, all the men in the state, all the men in your city, she chose a man that used to bully you? Your twin sister? Your twin sister? Excuse me? She chose a man. You're not an asshole for not going, because I wouldn't go. Like, what? That's like having your twin sister. That's like having a sister of yours. It literally is. Having a sister of yours date your bully. And then get mad that you don't want to show up to your bully's wedding. And they have no remorse. It's not even like they like, yo, I'm sorry for what I did to you back then. Like, I was really like immature. I don't understand why I would do something like that. Like, he's obviously not a changed man. I'm trying to figure out what your sister see in this man. Your sister is in the wrong. I don't even see myself falling in love with somebody that would bully my relatives so strongly to the point where they was like, it's a psychological and verbal abuse. And how did this dating even happen? How did this start? Because honestly, I'm a little bit confuzzled right now. I would never date somebody who has bullied my sibling. Are you crazy? Boy, back up. Like, you're tripping. I feel like that's my take on it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, because I think she's crazy. I personally think she's crazy. I mean, I understand you fall in love with who you fall in love with, but child, I wouldn't even have the opportunity to fall in love with you because guess what? I wouldn't even know you on that type of level. So I don't care. Hey, I'm not falling in love. What? You fell in love with your brother's bully? Sick. I say sick. But let me know what y'all think about that in the comments below. Let's get on to another story. So, okay, let me see. Am I the asshole for revealing to my dad's wife the real reason why me and him were never close? It's a bit of a long read, but let's get into it. So my dad practically gave me up to his sister from the moment he's 27, he's a 27-year-old male right now, was born. My mom died when she was giving birth to me, and my aunt told me he never recovered from that because he blamed me for her dying. It hurt a lot as a kid that at family events he would ignore my existence. When I was a little older, he got more vocal about me killing her, and he can't stand looking at my face. You can imagine the mental therapy that put me in. I used to go to church crying because I was scared about going to hell for doing that to my mom. That's how much his words messed me up. But the shitty part was that I never stopped trying to be accepted by him. After my high school graduation, he told me to never bother him again since he legally has no obligation to me anymore, since he was sending my aunt money to take care of me. Around that time is when I finally started accepting the reality. So from there, we moved on with our lives. My aunt doesn't talk to me about him. Sometimes my grandparents do, and that's how I found out about him getting married. They were mad he didn't invite me to their wedding, but to me, it didn't matter because we're not close. But it was his wife who wanted to meet me. It's the first time ever that he wants to make contact, and it was pretty much to say she wants me in their life. She doesn't know the real reason about why we're estranged. He asked me to please not say anything, and maybe this would be a way to reconcile after all. But he was also doing it for her. That much was clear when we talked. I never said I would be, okay, it's a little bit of, I'm trying to correct the words as I go, because it's not really all the way there. I never said I would be, he still insisted on us. I'm guessing it's saying I never said that I would be close to him again, but he still insisted on us meeting at their place because she really wanted to meet me. All she thinks is we're estranged for not getting along in my teenage years, going to college and losing touch because of life stuff. It pissed me off that he played it off as us just not talking for petty reasons. Meanwhile, the actual reason damaged me for years. I told her, as you should, you already know what side I'm on already. But I told her the truth. Everything he said to me, that he was never a parent to me, that was on my aunt, period. Kudos to auntie. It was definitely a shock for her. The outcome was a disaster. Everyone has heard about this now. My grandmas in particular told me she understands my anger, but this was his chance finding someone since losing my mom, and now it's been put in jeopardy. I don't like that she put that on him. Oh, well, she need to know the type of man she marrying, because honestly, she would not have even, they wouldn't even have a relationship with the son if she hadn't asked. And I feel like that's strange. So I would have told the lady too, because she need to know what type of man she's marrying. Like, what? How you blame the child? What? Oh, no, baby. So, anywho, my dad is devastated. They think it was going too far to ruin his marriage that way. And he was willing to include, kudos to the lady. Because obviously she got morale. You know what I'm saying? Good morals. Like, what kind of father are you? What kind of father are you? No. My dad is devastated. They think it was going, and then that's a piece of your wife. So you just threw a piece of you. You know what I'm saying? You're mad that, you know what I'm saying, he quote unquote killed your wife, but that's a piece of your wife that you laid to the wayside. Cool, gotcha. So my dad is devastated. They think it was going too far to ruin his marriage that way when he was willing to include me in their lives, which could have been the start of our relationship. And they said not only did I ruin that, but also possibly wrecked his marriage. She just doesn't agree at all with what he did, and it could have been avoided if I didn't say anything. For me, it was hard not to tell the truth after the lies made it seem like it was nothing serious. I couldn't ignore what happened after what it did. I don't know if it was the right call since I put their whole marriage at risk after all. So, personally, you were in the right to me. The reason why is because she wants to have a relationship with you. I'm not going to be a puppet in your lies. So if you want to lie to your wife, you can do so. But when she thinks that we're estranged because of teenage growing up and stuff like that, and I know that that's not the case, I'm going to make her aware of it. Maybe you shouldn't have called me back. But since you did, I'm going to let her know, because she obviously thinks it's something different than what it was. So I'm just going to correct what you misinformed her on. And that's just my take on that. What do you guys believe about this situation? The fact that he laid his son to the wayside. Who does that? And then it's like, that's a part of your wife. Your son is literally a part of your wife that passed on. You think your wife would be looking down on you and being like, yes, move on, while you just, basically shit pooped on our dang son his whole life, causing him psychological problems, causing him to have to go to therapy, putting him off on the aunt. Excuse me. Trust me, I feel like what I did found that was weird is that they were gonna follow through with this lie. But so you wanted your son to lie about the situation? I'm confused. Like, why did you think he was gonna go along with this lie? He's not in the wrong. I'm on his side. So y'all, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So make sure you like, comment what you think about both stories, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you'll be notified on my next video. Have a good day, y'all. Night, evening. Bye, y'all.